Ready, start. The Articles of Association of most limited companies provide that the company in general meeting may declare dividend, but that no dividend so declared may exceed the amount recommended by the directors. Directors recommend the rate at which the dividend shall be declared by inserting their recommendation in their directors' report in that paragraph which deals with the appropriation of the available profit. It is usually provided in the articles that before making any recommendation, the directors may set aside out of the profit of the company such sum as they think proper as a reserve or reserves, which shall at the discretion of the directors be applicable for meeting contingencies or for equalizing dividend or for any other purpose to which the profit of the company may be properly applied. These reserves may at the discretion of the directors either be employed in the business of the company or be invested in such investment other than share of the company as the directors may that from time to time think fit. This question of whether reserve should be invested outside the usual business of the company or in the company's own business is one which has to be given very serious consideration by directors of companies. If the reserve are invested outside the business to the extent to which are not dividend, and in consequence the working capital of the company is always restricted to the amount which was available on the formation of the company plus any unappropriated profit and less and any losses incurred, it is true that the investment could be pledged a security for money borrowed for the purposes of the company, but this would not be strictly in accordance with intention to invest the money and keep it invested outside business. On the other hand, however, if the reserve are invested in the business, there is frequently a tendency towards utilizing them for capital purposes. For example, purchase of fixed asset. In consequence, when difficult time come and there is a necessity for using the reserve, it is found that they are not liquid and may only therefore be used for the writing down of overvalue asset or wiping out a loss. No dividend may be paid by a company out of capital, as this would operate as a reduction of capital by a method not authorized by the Companies Act. It has, however, been held that while a company must make good losses or depreciation of circulating capital incurred during a year before paying a dividend in respect of that year, subject to any provision to the contrary, express or implied in its memorandum or article, losses or depreciation of fixed capital may be ignored. Article, however, usually provide that no dividend shall be paid otherwise than out of profit. Stop. Passage B. Ready, start. Moving the adoption of the report and account of the year ended 31st March 1989, the chairman said the company has made record sale and profit during the past year. The increased turnover together with continuing improvement in manufacturing efficiencies might well have been expected to result in a further increase in profit margin. The manufacturing and trading profit have not, however, risen as much as could be expected because of the heavy additional cost incurred on freight, raw material, wages and saving. The policy of the board is to absorb increased cost where possible and to pass on to customer a substantial share of any saving in cost due to improved efficiency. The prices of some of the newer chemical were in fact reduced during the year, but price increases for many of our older established products could not be avoided. Competition overseas was even keener than in former year. It is clear that the continuing expansion at which we aim will be geo-paradise if there are any further substantial increases in the prices paid by us for material and services which cannot be counterbalanced by improvement in our manufacturing methods. I would like to comment in the light of our own experience on the arguments and fears which, as judged by many comments recorded in the press from all types of sources, centers on the word automation. Although the word is comparatively new, the idea behind it are not for decades. We have been applying scheme for advanced mechanization backed by effective instrumentation together with increasing use of automatic control. Many of our processes already operate continuously, and it is largely by developing the application of the most up-to-date technical knowledge that we have been able to raise out productivity so rapidly. Without the continuance of such advances in general efficiency, we could not hope to compete in the market of the world and expand our export trade with full employment. It is self-evident that any broad advance in standard of living must depend upon reduction in human effort relative to the result achieved. In our industry, we certainly do not regard these changes as revolutionary, nor do we think they are likely to cause unemployment or other major difficulties. The steady growth of employment which has taken place in the company confirm this view. For the country as a whole, I would go no further. Employment will only be maintained if the industry keep abreast of the world in technical efficiency. This means not only the extension of automation but continue heavy capital expenditure. It is for the management and the leader of labor to explain fully what is taking place so that these progressive changes are made as smoothly as effectively as possible to the benefit to all concerned. The report and account were adopted. Stop.